Okay, wheel horse D160. I think that's what it is. I've had this thing for years. Kohler 18 horse is fucked. I'm gonna yank it out and I'm gonna put a Chinese engine in there so that I can use this to take my brush back into the woods. Anyway, 4 bolts hold it in. And there's 2 bolts on there that attach to the hydraulic pump. And that's it. So, I'm gonna yank this out, store it somewhere till I can take it apart, or I don't know what, but something's happened to the old thing. I don't know, it won't turn over all the way. It moves back and forth about half a turn and stops. So, I don't know. It always had issues running and then not wanting to run, and I don't know. I would like to just get this going, but I think it's finally gave up the ghost. So, I just needed to tow crap into the bush. So I think that little Chinese freaking 13 horse will spin that pump over enough to drive it. So yeah, that's the start. Removal of this giant boat anchor that weighs 130 pounds. I think the Chinese engine weighs less than half, but we'll see if it even moves. Might be crap, might be the best thing I've done to this thing. And to all the die-hard classic tractor guys, sorry. But yeah, it's a pretty good little tractor. It has the hydraulic 3-point hitch, no PTO. And it has the hydraulic deck up and down. I don't plan on running the deck with the little Chinese engine. I've never cut grass with this thing. I've always had a dedicated lawn cutting tractor. So yeah, if this thing can drag a trailer into the woods, I'll be very happy. Anyway, I'll check back. Engine removed. Jesus Christ, I don't know how much this thing weighs, but my God. That is a solid chunk of metal. Anywho, I'll set the other engine in there and I'll show you guys what we're up against here. Should be interesting. I'm just gonna run the whole stock gas tank and everything on that thing. It's like a 13 or 14 horse snowblower engine with 110 volt electric start, but whatever, I got it for nothing at our Princess Auto here in Canada, which is similar to Hobo Freight. So we'll see. There's the hydraulic pump there for the hydrostatic drive. We just got to link up to that. You can see, very simple. I'll make a plate that bolts onto here. And you might even be able to get something like that, like what's attached to the hydraulic pump. We'll see. But yeah, yippee skippy. Bush buggy. The dirty old bush buggy. I'll show you that engine attachment here. So it attaches to the, what would be the front of the engine. Because everything, the snowblower and the deck and all that would have ran off of these V pulleys. Quite the elaborate belt system and gearboxes. I don't even know how they built this shit back in the day. Nowadays, this thing would cost you freaking 30 grand. So here we go. That's all high I gotta space the engine up. A couple inches, I guess. So this is just like a cheapo Filippo Princess Auto snowblower engine. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it whole the way it is. Run it with the throttle cable, and that's it. Doesn't need nothing else. So this is run off of the front of the crankshaft. So this is the rear, actually off the crankshaft. So the old Kohler flatheads are clockwise rotation, and these are counterclockwise, thank goodness. So by spinning the engine around, we'll get the correct rotation. So yeah, we'll see how that works out. If not, it's gonna be a freaking nightmare to put a PTO shaft in or something. I don't even know if it's even worth it at that stage, but I think we're good. Okay, so 2-inch spacer seems to get it lined up pretty good. I need to get a 1-inch keyed coupler of some sort, or make one. I don't have a broaching tool, and I don't really feel like filing a keyway, but that might be what happens. Anyway, yeah, 2-inch blocks. Perfect. Weld those in after. Done like dinner. All right, check back in a bit. Update. There's our drive plate. It's just a freaking Princess Auto Harbor Freight drive pulley with a 1-inch keyed hub that I had laying around. So I just drilled 2 holes, tapped them 5/16, and it bolts onto this rubber drive pulley. And yeah, I'm gonna throw that on. I got the 2-inch spacers. I gotta go another 1/4 inch higher, so I'm gonna put a couple pieces of flat bar under it. And yeah, we'll give you an update. The old wheel horse is going into the early 2000s. Anyway. Well, apparently it is counterclockwise on the drive. So this is how the engine's sitting now. That's the 1-inch shaft. And I'm running the pump off the opposite side of the crank. So no more pull start. Electric start only. I just bolted that puller for the pull start in and welded it to that drive plate. Machined it on the lathe so it's centered, and yeah, it works now. Crazy. Crazy. So I guess I have a way to run implements off of this thing or something. I don't know. Anyway. Yippee. So yeah, that was a bit of a cluster. Anyway. Well, update. I put some big honking tires on it to go through the bush a little better. Everything's welded in. I pulled the old gas tank out, took the old seat off, made some more room. But boom! Look at that ridiculousness. So the drive and everything works good, runs the pump. I think I'm gonna do like an old-timey hand crank on the front of it. We'll see, but yeah. I put some old Honda Civic wheels on the front that I had laying around. Where I'm gonna be running into the bush, it's really rocky, and those little tires will be getting hung up on everything. So yeah, this is bringing a wheel horse back to life. I think it looks pretty good. Those are like a set of old super swampers I had laying in the back. And I said, you know what? Screw it. Let's put them on here. My son will love it. So yeah, I'll get a video of it driving around after. I just gotta tear some wires out of it, grease up those bearings in the front, and yeah, pretty sweet looking little unit now. It's kind of funny, but if it serves the purpose I want,